Hello traders. I want that thing, that car, job, whatever. I want it now. I have to have it. I will be mad if I can't. Will that kind of behavior get you the thing you want? Do you think that this is the way to achieve whatever it is you want? Or maybe there is another way. Are you curious? Let's check it then. In life, you might have a plan of how you want it to look, what things you want to have, what kind of car, house, job, partner, where do you like to live, things like that. It might be a very precise plan, or just kind of like a sketch. Both ways are good. If it suits you, it is fine. Yet, no matter what is that plan of yours, it might feel annoyed or anxious if the realization goes slow, too slow as you might think. In this kind of situation, you might, in your annoyment, start fights with everything and everyone who is, in your opinion, on your way to your success. You might feel that no matter what are you doing, regardless of how much work do you put into some project, despite how much time do you spend on something that's should help you to get to your goal, no matter how much effort you put into something, everything goes out of the window. All you're doing feels useless. You might have a feeling of banging your head against the wall, like fighting with windmills. This is a very frustrating situation. I know that very well. I was that kind of fighter myself. Always, no matter what I was doing, I felt like hitting the invisible wall. Are you feeling the same? Like all planning of how you would like to have your life and what you will do to have it, all your efforts you put into the realization of that plan feels ineffective? It might also feel like fighting against the whole world, or maybe even the universe. Like every being is either trying to make it harder for you or laughing at you, at your struggles. Do you know that feeling? But does it really have to be like that? Is that the only way for you to live? Do you want to believe in that? Seriously? What you can do to stop this mad circle? This kind of battles not only makes you feel even more powerless, useless and worthless, they might also make you feel mad, angry, enraged. Even if you maintain to hide those deep in you, those feelings, it is not for long. In the less expected moment you might lose control of yourself. I've experienced this, and you don't have to believe me. It was a horrible experience, especially when I come up to my senses and realize what I did, how I overact. Even if, fortunately, no one gets hurt physically, there were mental kinds of wounds. I do not want to experience this again, and I do not wish that kind of experience to anyone. Fighting and resisting with anything is kind of our natural instinct. You might just feel that you have to stand up for your rights, that you cannot let anything stop you, oppose you, block you on your path. And you're absolutely right, to some extent. You need to protect yourself and take care of yourself. That's true. However, would you risk horrible injuries, maybe disability or even death, just for sake of proving yourself? Can't you just do something else? Without, of course, letting the bad things happen to you, and of course without feeling like you are a runaway loser? Let's take a real life example. Going for a journey and arriving at the bottom of the enormous and steep mountain, where you know that your goal is on the other side. Would you start climbing on that mountain without equipment, without knowledge and experience, if you have never done anything like that? Maybe you would start to dig a tunnel to get to the other side, again without proper knowledge and equipment. Or maybe you would choose a path going around that mountain, which most likely will get you on the other side where your goal is. The whole restraining and fighting only increase the attraction of the thing you are fighting against. It makes it harder to overcome that thing. It brings more of this kind of things to you, to your life. Observe your life, observe your friend's life. What do they focus on? What you focus on? What is the main subject of your conversations? By the main subject, I mean the one where there is the most emotional load associated. Like, do you or your friends complain out loud about something? Did that thing disappear from your daily life? Or you are getting more of them? One more quick example. I'm sure you are aware of the fact that if you want to float on the surface of the water, you cannot be rigid, right? So what can you do in your life? As you have seen, the fighting brings you more struggle. It is pointless, but honestly, do you need to fight? What would happen if you stop? Why don't you try it now? Stop, don't fight, just think for a second why you can't achieve whatever it is that you planned. I can assure you that is everything right with you. You are not faulty in any way. You are an amazing and important person. I would like you to consider a few things. What if the universe has something better for you in the pocket? Some other plan, much more suiting you and your abilities. You might think that you know better what is good for you, but what if you are mistaken? Are you almighty to know everything and to be 100% sure what is really the best for you? I know and understand that when setting a goal you might be really precise and certain what it is. Let's say you want to own a home. You know the look of it, the furniture that will be in it, and the location where you want it to be. Though, can you say for sure that this will be the best of the best for you? Again, are you some kind of God? Recently, I have read, heard and seen many examples of people who actually gave up the fight, who decided to put their energy into following the path to their goal, at the same time trusting that the universe, God, a higher instance, will lead them to it the right way, even if it was not exactly the way they choose, trusting that even going around is needed, as there might be some experience, some knowledge that is required, not only for achieving the goal, but also to not waste it, to keep it. So they go with the flow instead of against it, trusting that there is something amazing waiting for them ahead. Can you do this as well? Can you trust the universe, or whatever you want to call that greater power you believe in? Can you stop fighting? Can you stop being offended so easily if something is not as you wish? Can you use that energy in searching for the path around, trusting that there is something really great waiting for you just behind the corner, just behind that mountain that rises in front of you? Can you relax and go with the flow? Ask yourself those questions. Those are very important ones. As you see, sometimes it's good to stand for your rights. True. However, there are also situations where it is better to save that energy and use it on something else, trusting in the greater power that it will lead you the right way, teach you the required abilities on that journey, and finally brings you to the destination that might be not exactly as you imagine it, but far, far better for you. In any case, you would like to know more or need some support, I would love to help you with this. Just drop me a message in the comments below. Blessings upon you, my friend.